Okay, I think it's over with. I was trying to play that intro video and accidentally turned my volume up on my phone and was fumbling around. Sorry about that, guys. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good morning. It's raining like crazy here. Lisa, Booze Love, Debbie, Beach Bum, Tremaine, Misty Walker, Jean, Alex B, Southern Mom, Tommy Angelo. Good morning. Welcome to the channel membership. Thank you. Good morning, Becky. Cindy Hill. That's one damn cute pic. I love it. Oh, thank you, Tommy. Thank you again for signing up for the channel membership. Thank you to everyone. I was going to do Skylar Niece this morning, but there are some topics that I saw that I wanted to do. So what I'm going to do is our next channel members stream. We're going to do the murder of Skylar Niece, which happened in West Virginia. Her two friends murdered her and just tossed her beside the road. I've been wanting to do that case for a while, so I think we'll save it for our next members stream. And also, we're going to do the Lily Lid murders on a members stream too. Because it seems like every time I want to do it, like during the week, you know, I get online and I see all these crime cases and I'm like, oh, but I'd rather talk about that, you know. And a lot of people had rather talk about, you know, what's happening in the news, true crime news, versus the old cases. Personally, I like the older cases. Some of the vintage cases, of course, and some of the cold cases. That's such a sad case. It really is, Tommy. I've been researching it probably for about a week, reading about it and just watching clips of her two friends, Rachel and Sheila. Just doing some research. And, you know, it all come down to they killed her because she knew their secret. They'd been hooking up. Rachel and Sheila had. They had planned to kill her for months. Hey, Red Rum. I'm looking at my top chat. Oh, yeah, reminder, guys, get on the live chat. I don't even know why YouTube has top chat. Let me get my notebook here. Our topics. Cement shoes, that's an awful case. Reminds me of the Slender Man attempted murder, but at least the girl lived. Gosh, I remember that. Those little girls, I mean, they really believed that Slender Man existed. And they were, I mean, in my opinion, old enough to know better. They was lesbians and they went on 3. Yes. The Skylar Niece case, Tremaine. Yes. One of the girls, I believe it was Sheila, after the murder, you know, it was months before they were arrested. But she had tweeted, we really did go on 3 because they counted before they attacked her. 1, 2, 3. And then they went for her. Good morning, Norma. So I think we'll start off with the frost-proof case. One of the murder suspects, the Wiggins guy, his dad has been arrested along with 3 other people. And basically, it's because they was living in squalor, as I call it, filth. Their septic was just running on the ground. There's no septic tank. Trash everywhere. Just complete filth. Flies and insects everywhere because of all the trash. I reckon it's horrible. Now, y'all know I don't like the word hillbilly because I'm a country girl, because I'm not a hillbilly. I'm not ignorant. I don't go around barefooted wearing bipped overalls and a straw hat. Living in filth. But these people are freaking hillbillies. I'm going to say it. They really are. Let me screen share their picture because I've already got it pulled up. Hey, Mark. Good morning. Can you imagine what it smelled like? I mean, you can just look at them and tell, especially that girl on the far right. Her hair looks oily as crap. It looks like they need to be took to the car wash and scrubbed up a little bit. I hate to be so mean and judgmental, but the truth is the truth. So let's scroll here. So this guy, okay, right here is Tony Wiggins Sr. Then Robert Keeney, I think that's how you say it. Nadia LeBoy, Cheyenne Eccleston, something like that. They look nasty as crap. Okay. So the sheriff's office, it says the father of the suspect in the Frostproof triple murders has been arrested along with 3 other people for environmental hazards on their Polk County property. The sheriff's office served search warrants at the Frostproof property where suspect Tony T.J. Wiggins lived along with his girlfriend Mary Whitmore and his brother Robert. Well, scroll. Homicide detectives observed several hazards and called PCSO, Environmental Crimes Detectives, to investigate. Wow. Deputies arrested Tony Wiggins Sr., 58, Robert Keeney, 42, Nadia LeBoy, 54, Cheyenne Eccleston, I think that's how you say her name, 19, all whom lived on the property together. According to the affidavits, the camper the suspects lived in had septic holding tanks draining onto the ground in a small hole with feces visible at the surface of the ground. Oh my God, that's so disgusting. Wiggins told investigators he knew the septic tank was illegal, but said he couldn't afford to have a proper system installed. The property was also scattered with tires, broken down vehicles, metal appliances, and other debris. Wiggins also said the tires and other debris were brought to the property to be scrapped for metals or fixed and sold. Detectives noted excessive amounts of flies swarming around the trash and sewage. Jesus, can you imagine how that smelled as hot as it is? The property where the suspects live looked like a landfill. It has raw sewage all over the ground, Sheriff Grady said. Sheriff Grady Judd said, it's not only not fit for humans, I wouldn't even let a dog live there. Of course not. It's not even fit for rats. The 4 suspects face charges including operating an unpermitted landfill, improperly built or maintained septic tanks, unpermitted waste tire storage, and the creation, maintenance, or causing of any condition capable of breeding flies, mosquitoes, or other arthropods capable of transmitting diseases directly or indirectly to humans. God, I just wonder if they didn't get typhoid fever, raw sewage like that. How could someone live like that? They'd have been better off to build an outhouse. I can't imagine living like it. Can you imagine those detectives, what it smelled like there? This is in Florida. Hot as hell. Middle of the summer. Hey, Miss Murder. Hey, Very Mary. I didn't see you come in because I was reading. Okay. It says T.J. Wiggins and William Robert Wiggins, who are both still in jail for the triple homicide, now also face environmental charges for the conditions of the property. So they're going to be charged with that too, the murderers. I just don't understand people like that. They call this a compound. In my mind, a compound is something like with a fence around it or something. Campers parked out in the middle of nowhere in the woods is not a compound, in my mind. So I don't know why they call this a compound. Disgusting. That's not living. I'm surprised the health department didn't do something sooner. The health department probably didn't know about it sooner. They don't have electricity. They use generators. I do know this, that, around here, you have to be hooked on to the county sewer or have your own septic tank before you can get your electricity hooked up. They come out and check too. Make sure your septic's not leaking. Yeah, I hope you get to feeling better, Miss Murder. Raw sewage. How great. Can you imagine the smell? Oh my goodness. It's making me sick just thinking about that place. There were a couple animals at the property that didn't have tags, it said. There was a couple dogs and cats, and animal control did take them. The community is what gave the sheriff, the police, the tip about TJ Wiggins. Everybody in the community knew he was a troublemaker, thief, dangerous. It's rotten that the girl's self-esteem was low enough to live like that by choice. Yeah, that's a good point, Tommy. Yeah. Maybe I don't know, maybe they're on drugs or alcoholics or something. Maybe that girl grew up living like nasty. She's just used to it. There's people around my area that's like that. I think there's people like that everywhere, all over the world, that just are not clean. They don't have good hygiene. They won't clean their homes. My granny always said this. She said, we were poor growing up, but we were clean. You can be poor as crap, but you can still be clean. Let me make sure I don't exit out. Let me get back on. My StreamYard's froze. Okay. Here we go. About messed up our stream. Let's see. What else were we going to talk about this morning? Of course, we're going to talk about Crystal Rodgers, but I'm going to do that in a minute. Oh, yeah. There is a missing mom and daughter from Florida. It's always Florida, guys. They just disappeared. Their cell phones were left at home, and their dogs are gone. Let me pull up their picture. I'm going to have to go. Lady, could you please quit licking yourself, please? Thank you. Lady's up there grooming herself, loud as hell. Okay. Let me find their pictures real quick. I don't have any cream for my coffee this morning. It's made me grumpy. Okay. Here it is. Yeah, they had been planning a family trip to Maine. They were going to go visit some family there, and they just disappeared. We're going to read the article. There they are. They're really cute together. They look alike. Let me look at my chat a second, though. Fix picture. I mean, I'm out of the loop. I don't know any cases right now. Well, this just happened. They've only been missing for like a few days. It says a mother and her college-age daughter went missing last week, and increasingly concerned relatives say they have no idea what may have happened. Angela Jolly and her 19-year-old daughter Alexis were last seen at around 11:30 p.m. Wednesday at their home in St. Petersburg. Angela's half-sister, Desiree Cook, told the newspaper that the mother and daughter lived with Angela's stepfather, who reportedly said he may have heard them at the house on Thursday morning, but didn't see them. Angela is 43 years old. She didn't show up for work on Thursday. That was the first sign that something was amiss. Alexa, she's 19. She was not scheduled to work that day. Their car was not at the home, and their 2 dogs are also missing. Both Angela and Alexis's cell phones were reportedly left behind. Cook told the Tampa Bay Times that the pair was planning to visit some of Angela's relatives in Maine this coming Tuesday, and that Angela was looking forward to the trip, as she was considering moving to New England State permanently. It's very, very odd, Cook told the newspaper. They were going for 2 weeks to visit Angela's family there, to potentially move there. Angela's cousin, Stacy Tash, who lives in Maine, said she talked with Angela on the phone last Tuesday when they discussed the upcoming trip at length. I don't know what happened, Tash said. I'm praying that their car just broke down, or I don't know, that they are found soon and that they're fine. I can't explain it. According to the report, the women may be in a dark blue 2018 Toyota Camry with license plate number Y33DGE. Okay, a spokesperson for the St. Petersburg Police told the Tampa Bay Times the department has a detective actively working on the missing persons case, but the report did not provide any further details about the status of the investigation. Friends and family have reportedly organized volunteer searches. Anyone with information about Angela Jolly or Alexis Jolly's whereabouts is urged to call the St. Petersburg Police Department at 727-893-7780. Or it says you can text the information and keyword SPPD to 847-411. Tip 411. The dogs are gone, but they left their cell phones at home. Why would they just decide to disappear like that? To me, it looks like maybe someone did something to them. That's why the cell phones were left behind, but they were trying to throw the police off their trail, so they had to get rid of the dogs too, to make it look like they had left with their dogs. I don't know, just a theory, a thought. Yeah, it was the mom. They live with the mom's stepdad, Angela's stepdad. So she's what, 43? So I wonder how old the stepdad is. He has to be a lot older. 70s maybe? That's really suspicious, isn't it? He lived there and don't know anything. Thought he might have heard them in the house. I'd like to see this house. Maybe it's a really big house and it's got their separate living areas or something. Thank you, Southern Mom. Yeah, live chat reminder. I don't know. Something's just telling me They didn't take their dogs and disappear. Crap. If they wanted to start a new life, they was planning a new life. They was going to be moving up to Maine. They were talking about it, making plans. When Maddie Bell ran away, she left her phone behind so she couldn't be tracked. Yeah. I'm thinking, what if someone wants authorities to think that they left their phones behind, took their dogs, and just ran away to start a new life? I mean, it's possible that's what they could have done. Took their dogs and ran away to start a new life. But something tells me that's not true. Because they were getting ready to go off. Well, at least they said the mother was planning on or talking about moving to Maine. That's starting a new life. Maybe the dogs were poisoned so they could get to the ladies. Yeah, it's possible. At least I see her comment. I'm having drink coffee without creamer, and I am not a happy camper about it. I'm out of milk. I was tired yesterday, and Mark's not been feeling good, so we didn't go to the store. I usually don't buy creamer. I usually just buy milk. That's what I put in my coffee. I'm not accusing his stepdad of anything, but he could have wanted rid of him. Anything's possible. More like the phone's left at home, so there's no GPS to where they put the bodies. Yeah, Miss Murder. That's what I'm thinking too. I think maybe ever who did something to them, like I said, got rid of the dogs too, to make it look like they just ran off, left their phones behind so they couldn't be tracked. I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. Let's see. Crap, was I not screen sharing? I meant to. I wasn't paying no attention. Yeah, okay. So I clicked it out. Okay. Also, there was a little toddler found wandering the streets yesterday. And nobody can find his mother. At first, they didn't even know who his mother might be. And then I was reading this morning, I don't think they even know this kid's name yet. And this is from Florida, too. I'm trying to get these ads to go off. Those Crime Online is like the worst with putting ads all over their articles. Like, crap, I don't mind some, but they're always at the bottom, covering everything up. It's so annoying. I meant to look up how to pronounce this girl's name. It's Leila Cavett. Crap, it just went to something else. I was going to talk about her too, but okay. Let me get back on my crap here. I think it's Leila. Let's look up for a minute how to pronounce this girl's name, or it's going to drive me crazy. I think it's Leila or something. Okay. This will only take a second. I'll look up how to pronounce everything, guys. I usually just don't remember how to pronounce it, though. Okay, get out of the ad.
Leila.
Leila. Okay, so I was right. It's Leila Cabot. Okay, it says Florida police are now looking for a woman that they think may be the mother of a toddler found wandering alone on Sunday morning. The curly-haired tot was found near the 1800 block of Southwest 68th Avenue in Miramar. Miramar police said the officers spent about 90 minutes canvassing the area and asking residents about the child's identity and his parents, but no one recognized him. On Monday afternoon, they identified Leila Cabot as the boy's possible mother. We are concerned for her safety and well-being, the Miramar police said in a Facebook post that included a photograph of Leila and a boy who looks much like the toddler found Sunday. She was last seen driving a white Chevy 3500 mid to late 90s model with a maroon or red tailgate. Look at this little boy. This is the picture they took of him when they found him wandering the streets. Look at his hair, how cute. Thank God someone found him and no predators got a hold of him. No monsters. Where's his mother? I feel like someone has done something to his mother. This little boy wouldn't have been out wandering around like that. Okay. Police estimated the boy is between 2 and 3 years old. WPLG reported that he remains in the care of the Department of Children and Family Services, and they're asking anyone with information regarding the little boy's identity or his parents' whereabouts to call the police department at 954-602-4000. He's so cute. He looks scared in this picture and confused, doesn't he? Upset. What happened to Leila? Where is she at? She's a really pretty girl. So cute. So sad. Let me look at my chat, guys. Sorry. I got to get my YouTube pulled back up. Okay, sorry. I don't blame him, precious thing. Yeah, something is wrong, Lisa. Terribly wrong. Hey, TC, good morning. He is like the cutest little boy with his hair. His curls are beautiful. I hope they find Leila. I mean, anything could have happened. I mean, there could not be no foul play involved. She could have had some kind of accident somewhere, and they've not found her. Maybe he got out of, maybe she had an accident at home and he got out. I don't know. More than likely, probably, unfortunately, there's probably foul play involved. Uh-oh. My StreamYard. StreamYards, it acts funny after you've been streaming for a while with it. Then the controls start not wanting to work. Like if you put a comment up and you try to remove it, it don't want to work. It don't want it removed. It don't want to hit the mute button or anything. It's weird. It's either my Chromebook or it's StreamYards. Okay. I'll keep y'all updated about this case. Hopefully, they find out where Leila is. Now, we're going to talk about the disappearance of Crystal Rodgers. She was from Kentucky. She's been missing about 5 years. They think that they have found her remains. Let me stop screen sharing and we'll pull up her picture. This is kind of a crazy story. A lot of details. So I found the timeline of it and we'll go through that. What's crazy about this is about 2 years after Crystal disappeared, someone shot her dad. Yeah. She had a live-in boyfriend at the time. He was the #1 suspect. His brother worked for the police department. He was fired from the police department over this case. Let's find some images of Crystal. Let's get the picture of her and Brooks House. I think that's how you say his name. I looked it up. That's how the news pronounced it, is House. I can't say it right. Okay. Screen share. Okay. She's a really pretty woman. She had several kids. Let me find my article. I saved it to my phone. I remember when she disappeared. She disappeared from, I think it's called Bardstown, Kentucky. No, not Bards. My bad. I'm really familiar with the places in Kentucky. I've never heard of that area. It says, this is the complete timeline of Crystal Rodgers' disappearance. Since her disappearance on July 3rd, 2015, the case of Crystal Rodgers has filled her hometown of Bardstown, Kentucky, with emotion and intrigue. The 35-year-old mother of 5 went missing from the home she shared with her boyfriend and children. Her car was found abandoned 2 days later on the side of the highway. When Crystal Rodgers' father was fatally shot 2 years later, it seemed like another plot twist straight out of a Southern Gothic mystery novel. It's been 3 years to the day since Rodgers' disappearance, and police are still desperately searching for answers. Now, this article is from 2018. It's actually been 5 years. Okay. So, on July 3rd, 2015, according to the live-in boyfriend, Brooks House, who has never been charged or arrested in connection with Crystal Rodgers' disappearance, Crystal Rodgers is last seen on the night of July 3rd, playing games on her phone until late at night at home she shares with him and their 2-year-old son, Eli, and other children. The following morning, she is gone, but he later says he didn't think it was odd since she often spent the night at the homes of her girlfriends. Now, he didn't think it was odd that Crystal was gone the next morning, just left her kids and went and spent the night with family. Come on now. On July 5th, after learning of the disappearance, Crystal's mother, Sherry Ballard, reports her missing. Later that day, Crystal's maroon Chevrolet Impala is found off the Bluegrass Parkway with a flat tire. The keys are still in it. Inside, police find her purse and a cell phone. Let me get back over to my StreamYards before I keep reading, just to make sure I'm not muted or anything. I don't want to read through another timeline and find out I'm muted. Really left her kids with him? I doubt it. No, she didn't just walk away. Okay, so on July 8th, 2015, the boyfriend, Brooks House, is interviewed by detectives with the Nelson County Sheriff's Office. During the interview, Brooks receives a phone call from his brother Nick House, an officer with the Bardstown Police Department, who was concerned that investigators may try to trip him up. And I watched that video. He's right in the middle of the interview with the investigators, and here his cop brother calls on the phone, tells him to leave. On July 9th, 2015, accused by Crystal Rodgers' family of not taking her disappearance serious enough, Brooke House agrees to an interview with Nancy Grace. While admitting that his and Crystal's relationship was stressed, he denies having anything to do with her disappearance. Ooh, I'd like to watch that. Okay, on July 24th, Brooks' brother Nick House takes a polygraph test administered by the FBI, which he fails, according to the Huffington Post. October 16th, 2015, following a month-long suspension, Nick House is fired from the Bardstown Police Department after being accused of interfering with the investigation into Crystal Rodgers' disappearance. On the same day, Nelson County Sheriff Ed Mattingly tells NBC affiliate WLEX, "I would label Brooks House as a suspect, yes, and that he believes Crystal is dead." On December 16, 2015, Danny Singleton is arrested and charged with 38 counts of swearing for lying under oath in the investigation of Crystal Rodgers' disappearance. WLKY describes Singleton as Brooks' House employee and right-hand man. He will later plead guilty and be released from jail after being in custody for 6 months. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know about that part. Okay. June 1st, 2016. The House brothers' 82-year-old grandmother, Anna Whitesides, invokes the Fifth Amendment after being subpoenaed to testify, according to WDRB. Police wanted to ask her about a car she owned, which they theorized could have been used to dispose of Crystal Rodgers' body. July 6, 2016. Crystal Rodgers' parents file against Brooks House for custody of their grandson, Eli. August 30th, 2016, police search a farm belonging to Rosemary House, the mother of Brooks and Nick. Of Brooks and Nick. This follows searches of the homes of Nick House and Whitesides earlier in the month. According to WLKY, police removed several pieces of farm equipment. They must have thought they buried her body out there or something. November 19, 2016, Tommy Ballard Rodgers' father, Tommy Ballard Rodgers, that's Crystal, or what? It's got it worded wrong. Okay, Tommy Ballard, Crystal Rodgers' father, is fatally shot in the chest by an unknown person, according to the Kentucky Standard. He was about to go hunting with his 12-year-old grandson on family property when he was shot. Well, we know who did that. July 25th, 2017, the Courier-Journal reports Kentucky State Police again searched the home of Anna Whitesides, looking for bullets and a reloader. July 28, 2017, police arrest Brooks House current girlfriend, Crystal Maupin, after she is caught on camera ripping up signs that say "Standing with the Ballards," which were posted around Bardstown. She is charged with theft by unlawful taking and released the same day. November 19th, 2017. Signs showed up around Bardstown on the 1-year anniversary of Tommy Ballard's death, speculating about Brooks' involvement in Crystal Rodgers' disappearance, according to WDRB. Crystal Rodgers' family deny knowing who's responsible. I don't blame her family if they did do that. These guys are involved. March 21st, 2018, the Kentucky House of Representatives and State Senate passed a resolution honoring the murdered and missing people of Bardstown, including Crystal Rodgers and Tommy Ballard, and urge anyone with information on the crimes to come forward. On June 27th, 2018, Brooks denies having any connection to Rodgers' disappearance, with WDBR saying, "I don't have anything to say. I really don't have anything to say. I really don't have anything to say because I don't know anything. So I don't have anything to say." He just keeps repeating himself in that statement. So let's look right quick before I get back to the chat here, where exactly they found her body at. Those boys are going to be cuffed and stuffed. Okay. It says the family of a Kentucky woman who disappeared 5 years ago have been notified of the discovery of possible human remains near where the woman was last seen. Crystal Rodgers, a 35-year-old mother of 5, vanished from her home in Bardstown, Kentucky on June 2nd, 2015. Her boyfriend, Brooks House, claimed innocence and said he had no clue what happened to her. Of course, police considered him a suspect, but he was never charged. Okay, that's just going over. Okay. It says police said they learned of remains on Thursday and asked the FBI's evidence response team to assist because of a difficult to reach location. The remains have been taken to the FBI's Quantico, Virginia lab for testing. So it's not saying exactly where they found her remains, pretty close by to where she disappeared, but at a difficult to reach location. Was she threw off a cliff? Down in a well, an old well or something? I bet those boys are crapping their pants right about now. They're getting ready to face some murder charges. I hope. I believe that they shot Crystal's dad too. Who else? I mean, it didn't say anything about him having any enemies. Okay, let me look at the chat. Sorry if I've missed anything. I see someone might have asked a question. I wasn't looking at the chat I was reading, so my apologies. I hope this is. I believe Crystal's passed away, and I hope and pray that she's not, but more than likely she is. So I'm kind of hoping that they can positively identify that this is her and she can get a proper burial, and ever who's responsible for her death can be charged. And I believe it's these two brothers, Brooks and Nick. Can you believe their granny's even covering for them too? Their old granny covering for them. I just can't, I love my son more than anything in this world, but I can't see myself covering for him murdering someone. You got to think, Crystal was someone's daughter too, someone's sister, someone's friend. Common denominator in those two murders, yeah. They actually took Nick's patrol car, because he was a cop for Bardstown. They was looking for blood and evidence in it. Sonia, is that how you say your name? Sonia? Sonia. I hope I'm saying it right. I see I'm pretty new to your channel. It's lovely and peaceful here. I really like how you run things. Oh, thank you. And welcome. What made them look where they did to find those remains? It's been so long. Good question. I'm going to have to look up how to pronounce your name. I won't do it right now, but I will when I get off here. It's going to drive me crazy. It's a bit like Patrick Frazee. Crazy, yeah. Oh my God, y'all, I had a dream about Patrick Frazee a while back. I meant to tell y'all about it. It was, and I think it had something to do with my goat because, Patrick Frazee used to like shoe horses and, trim goat hooves and all that. And I've been needing someone to come and do that for my goat, Annabelle, right? So that's the only thing I could think of why I dreamed about him. I really don't remember what the dream was about, but he was just in it and there was like horses. But I had been reading about him like a few days prior. Honestly, don't worry about my name. I like how Americans say it. Oh, cool. Where are you from? Are you from the UK? I'm going to call you Sonia. That's how I think it's pronounced. We're glad to have you be a part of the chat. I like seeing new people come in, commenting. Here's what I think. I think these brothers shot Tommy Ballard, Crystal's father, because, he knew. He knew that Nick and Brooks did something, or Brooks and Nick did something to Crystal. Bardstown don't seem like it's a really big place, and, I'm sure that Crystal's dad was pushing for investigators to arrest Brooke and Nick, and they took him out. Oh, you're from the UK? Oh, cool. I've always wanted to go to England. I also want to go to Transylvania. I want to go see the old castle, Dracula's castle. It's like falling down, though. Yeah, we got good people, Lisa. We really do. Let's see. What else was I going to say about Crystal before I go on a Carol Baskin rant? I should have put her name in my title this morning. God, that woman annoys me so bad. The nerve of her. Her husband disappeared. Everybody thinks she killed him. She probably did. She gets online on YouTube, calls him a pedophile and everything. I think that's about it with Crystal's case. I'm just hoping that her family can get some closure, and the people responsible can be brought to justice. And everyone who's responsible for shooting her dad, Tommy Ballard, too. They need to be charged. So I was listening to the police chief, and he was talking about one of the last times that he talked to Nick House, he called him in his office and, he basically just told him he wasn't fit to be a cop and he was going to go to like the mayor and make sure that he was fired. And Nick was just like, okay. Yeah, what I think happened is Brooks killed Crystal and got his brother Nick to help him get rid of the body, to help him cover up the crime. Because if he wasn't involved, if Nick wasn't involved, him being a cop and all, you would think he'd be telling his brother, hey, if you didn't do nothing to Crystal, cooperate. Instead, he's calling his brother in the middle of an interview saying, hey, get up and walk out. And you can hear Brooks saying, hey, if you want me to leave the interview right now, I will. And he does. Plus, Nick failed a polygraph. Now, I'm not sure if Brooks ever took one. I do know Brooks was accused of stealing some shingles from Lowe's. He was acquitted of those charges, though. Oh, gosh. I just glanced at Crime Online. There's been a kid found dead in a car. Hold on. Let me look at this real quick. Hey, Miss Murder. Welcome to the channel membership. Thank you. I appreciate it. Infant girl dies after mother. Okay. I thought this was a hot car death. Still a bad one. Infant girl dies after mother repeatedly crashes into father's car. Oh, she was just 3 months old, guys. 3-month-old died after her mother allegedly intentionally hit the car the baby's father was driving. WBS TV reports that a man had placed his infant daughter in a vehicle and was preparing to drive from a location in northwest Atlanta when the baby's mother drove up and rear-ended the SUV repeatedly. The impact reportedly caused the man to lose control of the SUV, and he crashed into a pole. According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, responding officers found both the father and the 3-month-old baby injured from the crash. The infant was transported to a nearby hospital where she was pronounced dead. The father is reportedly in stable condition with unspecified injuries. Authorities have not yet publicly identified the victim or the apparent suspect. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution reports that the baby's mother has been taken in for questioning, but has not yet been formally charged. Oh, that's so heartbreaking. That about made me cry. Poor little innocent baby, mother acting like a psycho. Like, who does that with your infant in the car? Like, I understand being mad at a man. Like, I totally get it. You can be like, they can really piss you off sometimes. Mark makes me mad as a wet hen sometimes. But to crash into a car your little 3-month-old baby is in because you're mad, it's crazy. She needs to be charged with murder. Plain and simple. Throw the book at her. Make an example out of her. That was intentional. She was intentionally ramming that car and her baby was killed because of it. That's murder in my eyes. Also, I see there's an Amber Alert. Gosh, guys, there's just so much crime going on in the world. You could never talk about it all. I mean, it's just, you get done talking about one thing and here pops up another thing. A lot of kids' cases in the news. It says there's an Amber Alert for a toddler kidnapped from Delaware in immediate danger. I'll have to put together a video on this. Let me get his picture pulled up. Wonder who took him. Oh my goodness. What is going on in the world? There's so much child abuse going on and murders, and it just seems like there's more and more every day. Okay, so it says authorities have issued an Amber Alert for a toddler boy who was taken from the home of a custodial relative this week. Cristobal Lopez, age 2, was last seen at his cousin's home in Georgetown, Delaware on Saturday night. The toddler reportedly went missing sometime before Sunday morning and is believed to be with his mother, who has a court order prohibiting her from unsupervised contact with the child. Police have reportedly said they believe the child is in immediate danger. The mother, 26-year-old Angelina Lopez, had reportedly been at her cousin's home on Saturday night to spend time with her son. According to the report, the cousin has custody of Cristobal and discovered that Lopez and the boy were missing about 5 a.m. on Sunday. Cristobal Lopez has brown eyes and brown hair and was reportedly last seen wearing a yellow t-shirt and blue shoes. Angelina Lopez is described as a Hispanic woman with light skin, brown hair, and brown eyes. She is 5 feet tall and approximately 150 pounds. She was last seen wearing blue pants and a long-sleeved black t-shirt. Oh, is this her picture? I bet. It's the only picture I see. That's her. A lot of parents that lose custody of their kids end up abducting their own children. I hope they catch her, and I hope she doesn't do anything to little Cristobal. When I get off here and get some things done, I'll try to do a video. Hopefully there is an update here in the next little bit, since they have issued the Amber Alert. It didn't say anything about a vehicle, though. Okay. Wait, I missed something. It says authorities have not yet released a vehicle description, but Angelina Lopez is believed to have taken a light blue and black child's car seat from her cousin's home. Jesus, what kind of picture is that? Advertisement. Big tongue on the screen. Let's look at his picture once more. He is a cute little boy. I wish Crime Online would quit putting those stupid ads with people's tongues and their mouth open. And Jesus, couldn't they find something else to advertise about? Okay, so let me get out of that. Black Rose, hey, breaking the silence. So evidently this cousin was letting this Angelina spend the night, and they must have fell asleep. And during the night, sometimes she took little Cristobal and left. She took a car seat with her. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to light a cigarette. It won't work. My lighter's tearing up. Okay, so let's talk about freaking Carol Baskin for a minute. I got to go back and rewatch her videos. I mean, she just talks so low and so freaking slow. I just couldn't listen to it all. But what I did listen to is she was saying that Dawn was basically a pedophile. You wouldn't believe what else this woman said in her video. I would be ashamed if I was her. She said that Dawn She was talking about Don being with prostitutes, right? And she said that if Don wore a condom, he would lose his, if he had to put on a condom, he would lose his erection. But she didn't even say it like that. God, I hate saying that. So embarrassing. But yeah. Let me see if I can find her stinking video. God, this woman. I told Mark this morning, I was like, no wonder Joe Exotic hated Carol Baskin. I cannot stand that woman. She also did a video about a meat grinder, guys. Kid you not, a meat grinder. Let me see if he'll let me pull up her video. She's got a picture. Now, she's a legend. Okay, so there's a rumor that after her husband Don's disappearance, that there was an industrial-sized meat grinder that disappeared from the sanctuary. Now, she says it was one of the tabletop meat grinders that they used, to grind up meat for the tigers and stuff. And that the meat grinder, they got rid of it before Don's disappearance. If I was her, like, she's like incriminating herself. If they ever do charge her with Don's murder, because I do think someone murdered him. These videos are going to be used against her. Because all she talks about is what a bad person Don was. What a good person that she is. Let me go to her stinking channel. I hate that stupid big headband she wears. It's so stupid looking. Yeah, she's got a video. It's called Carol Baskin versus Tiger King Grinder in the Septic Tank. But anyways, we're not going to listen to that video because she will copyright strike me. But that's what she said in the video. The meat grinder, they had gotten rid of it before Don's disappearance. And she did play a clip of the sheriff saying that too. To back her ass up. That don't mean anything, Carol. That just means that the meat grinder rumor's not true. That's all that means. It don't mean that you didn't do anything to Don. Now, Don's family is going to be having a press conference. I believe it's August 5th, I believe. Okay. Let me look at her video from 11 hours ago. Let's pause it. We don't want to play it. I gave her a thumbs down. She's talking about Dawn liked to go to Costa Rica. Well, there's no need in even screen sharing it, but Dawn liked to go to Costa Rica so he could find him women to have sex with, prostitutes. She also accused Dawn of trying to buy women from Costa Rica, like Dawn was into sex trafficking. She also accused Dawn of being a pedophile. Yeah, she accused him of being a really big pervert. She's ruined leopard print for me, Norma. My granny, bless her heart, she loves leopard print stuff. She always has. But, that's not all she wears. Like, she's got like a couple leopard print blouses or something. That's it. She's not like Carol freaking Baskin. She just blows my mind with these videos. Like, her husband disappeared off the face of this earth. She didn't do much of anything to help try to find him, search for him. She offered a reward one time. I don't know if that reward's still good or not. She didn't even have a memorial service for him. After him being gone 5 years, she got to declare him legally dead, forged a will. It's been proven the will's been forged by like 4 different handwriting experts. That was just recent, though, that they came out with that. But the statute of limitations is up on that will, so there's really nothing they can do about it unless Dawn's daughters do something like sue her or something. Take it to court that way. But she got all of his money. His kids only got like 10%. She don't want anybody to talk about his disappearance. She don't care what happened to him. She don't get it. She don't care, but we care. I care. His family cares. Number one, his family cares. The public cares. I do not believe these stories she tells about him. And these little diary entries that she reads off, she never has one bad thing to say about herself. She never mentions any of her flaws. That's a big red flag to me. It's always Dawn. Dawn. Dawn wanted to cut a hole in the fence so the cats could escape. Why would he want to do that for? I mean, that's just some of the crazy crap she says. And Dawn also, she came out with this one video talking about Dawn wanted to kill this guy. Had it in his head that he was going to kill this guy. And just to appease Dawn, she would come up with a plan on how they could do it and all this and that. And they actually went and sniped this guy out. I mean, they was like spying on him, is what I mean by sniping, hiding in the woods. And Carol says she came up with something like, oh, I think someone saw us. So Dawn left. They left real quick. It's like the stories she tells are crazy. They're just crazy. Like, why would you admit to something like that? Like, she would just go along with what he was saying. Did we figure out how to watch that new show you mentioned yesterday? No, I still not figured that out, Breaking the Silence. I would love to, though. I looked on demand again yesterday. Hey, Wendy B. Good to see you. I'm going to figure it out, though. Yesterday, I got to watch it. It was raining. It started raining. So I got to watch Amazon Prime videos based on true stories, like the cheerleader murder. I watched another one. What's her name? Diane Zamora. I watched that story. No, but when I figure it out, I will let you guys know. That documentary is called Surviving Joe Exotic. I always defend Joe when it comes to the murder plot against Carol Baskin. Yeah, he probably said, I'd like to have that bitch killed or something. I don't think he was going to go through with it. Jeff Lowe had that set up. Jeff Lowe admitted to encouraging Joe about it. Okay, let's see if I can Google this. Surviving Joe Exotic. I'm not quite sure if Joe killed tigers or not. Lord, I hope and pray he didn't. How to watch Surviving Joe Exotic. Stream the Tiger King documentary online from anywhere. Okay, well, tell us how. Okay. Okay. It says you can get it from YouTube TV. Well, we don't have YouTube TV. I don't. Okay. Oh, it's talking about you could have streamed it live. Well, we missed it live. You can watch it if you got Apple TV, it says. Xbox, PlayStation, Amazon Fire TV Stick, Android software. They don't tell us nothing. If you have YouTube TV, you can find it on Animal Planet, it says. I don't have YouTube TV. It's on Netflix, too. Do you have Netflix, Breaking the Silence? It's called Surviving Joe Exotic. Leave it to Beaver. It should be on Animal Planet. In this, I watched the trailer for it. They claim that when tigers were too old to breed, that Joe Exotic put them in small cages. Sometimes even shot them. I don't know if I believe that or not. Someone commented yesterday, and they was like, you got to remember, when all this was going on and Joe was acting crazy, he was on drugs. You know, he liked to do meth and stuff, coke. See if you can find it on Netflix, Breaking the Silence. Let me know if you do. I don't have Netflix, but I'll figure out a way to watch it. I do got Amazon Prime. Diane's channel is going to do like a movie watch night, I think, with channel members. I think that's a good idea. I don't want to take her idea, but that would be fun to do. Okay. What else was I going to say about Miss Carol this morning? Just the nerve of her. Stupid bunny slayer. I call her the bunny slayer because some of her employees that work at the Big Cat Rescue took a picture holding bunnies they were going to slaughter to feed the cats, smiling in the pictures, holding live bunnies. Some of the bunnies had blood on them, where other bunnies had been slaughtered and the splatter had went on them. So that's why I call her the bunny slayer. Like a little bitty white cute bunny's going to fill up a big cat. Probably wouldn't even fill up a bobcat. Like the woman is a millionaire. She got millions. She couldn't afford to go buy a big side of beef or something. It's ridiculous. Pisses me off how she talks about Don on YouTube, calling him a pedophile, a pervert, talking about his private parts, accusing him of giving her an STD. We were just talking about Jimmy Seville last week. Oh, yeah, she gave him a shout-out on a Cameo video. Two convicted pedophiles. She gave them shout-outs. A comedian tricked her into it. She's made a killing, guys, off doing those Cameo videos. Wishing people a happy birthday and stuff. See, that's like giving a 600-pound person cheese and crackers. I know. What's a little bitty bunny going to do? I mean, they was little bunnies too. And they was just the white bunnies that's got the red eyes, you know. Real cute. I know those big cats have to be fed, but look, if you can't afford to buy red meat, you know, beef and stuff for them, then you shouldn't have them. End of story. Her sanctuary sucks. I watched a sanctuary this morning. It was a video of a tiger dad meeting his cubs for the first time. And I know that their enclosure was huge with trees. You know, it wasn't overgrown with weeds like Carol's. But they had these rock caves built into the side of this hill. Caves for the cats. Their dens. It was so cool. I mean, it was just something simple, rock dens, but it was so cool. And I was like, you know, Carol's got all these millions. She could do something like that. Some of her tigers have access to the lake. So much of the lake is like fenced off. They can go in it and get wet, swim around a little bit. But she should have like some swimming pools in there for them. Like, you know, like a rock pond swimming pool thing going on. Something nice. They could have badass enclosures. She chooses not to. Some of them have to stick their head through like this little cage thing, this little square cage thing to eat. And I'm like, what in the frig? What in the hell's the purpose of that, you know? Oh, yeah, guys. Lori Ballo, they're going to allow cameras in the courtroom for the preliminary hearing. I don't know if I mentioned that. I meant to. Sean Atwood channel. I think I watched that channel, Sonia. See, she's a bunny isn't even a mouthful for a tiger. They eat grown men to keep honey. Yeah. Yeah, that's just, that's not even an appetizer, is it? She's crazy. You remember when Joe done that protest outside of her sanctuary? And he was dressed up as a bunny. And his bunny costume had blood on it, fake blood. It's funny as hell. Um, Joe went to the extremes, though. I can understand why he disliked her, but man, he ruined himself doing all those videos, shooting those dummies, pretending it's Carol, all that crap. See, the jury watched those videos. Those videos helped get him convicted. But I don't think he should have been convicted for the murder for hire because, hey, the key witnesses were shady ass people, criminals, liars, do anything for a buck. He's pretty entertaining to watch, Alyssa. You can find his channel, watch his videos. There used to be a lot of drama go on at that park and stuff. Just look up Joe Exotic TV. You'll go straight to his channel. See, I started researching Joe and Carol when the Netflix documentary came out, and I found his YouTube channel. And I had then decided that I didn't like Carol before I watched the documentary because I had looked up and found out she had a missing husband and watched clips and stuff. And I do think she's involved in that. He was getting ready to divorce her, guys. She wouldn't have ended up with all those millions. She would have ended up with good settlement, I'm sure. But Don didn't have dementia. No one else remembers him being all crazy but her. Pretty sharp-minded, if you ask me. He was into real estate. But according to Carol, that's all her doing, you know. She was the brains behind it. But anywho, I'm going to get off here, guys. I'm trying to find my chat before I do. I accidentally exited out. I'm going to get off here and get some things done. It's been a good chat this morning. I was just glancing at the chat, seeing what Sonia was talking about. But anyways, I will see y'all tomorrow. I may try to get a video or two up today, just according what's going on. I've got some chores I need to get done around here. My granny's sister's coming in from North Carolina. Her daughters, they'll probably be up by here. So, got to get my house in order. They're like clean freaks. I'm pretty bad about cleaning. I clean every day. I can't stand messy stuff, but they're worse than me. But anyways, thank you guys. I love y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place. Be safe, be kind, and peace. And welcome to the new members and subscribers. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.